What is happening? Hey, Dutch, are you going to teach today? That would be adorable. Oh, man. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I am connecting. Thank you for being here. Is this your room?
Yeah. I got kicked out of the garage. Can you hear me?
Seems more serene.
Oh,
What?
I lost you for a second. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said it looks serene. It's a good change of scenery.
Yes, we just painted this room maybe 3 weeks ago or so. So we just changed things up a little bit. Obviously the color, and then we ordered a bed frame. So it came in today, but it came on a pallet. So they're like, well, where do you want me to put it? So they're like, so we put it in a garage. I'm like, okay, well, I can't practice on top of boxes. So. That's okay. I like my room.
For our next trick, we'll be doing headstands on pallets. Just kidding. We're gonna do a pallet stand.
Yes. So.
It looks like it might just be us.
Really?
But you know, because these classes I end up putting on YouTube, I'm still gonna teach it like a normal. It's not gonna be like a private style, but
that's fine.
Because again, yeah, it ends up on the internet. But it's cool because you'll have my undivided attention. Yay. Do you have any special requests? Oh, hi.
Not really. I think you always hit all the spots.
Okay.
I know I have to work on my hips and my booty, but you hit that all the time, so.
Yeah, I do.
There's Dario.
Carrie and Dario.
Hi.
What's up, friends? Happy Friday.
Hi, thank you.
Oh, I'm going to put on my watch. Oh my gosh. I've already done 2 workouts today without my watch. which is so annoying because now it's like all those calories that I burned, they're gone. Like they're not counted for. I'm irritated about that. And I can't find my watch, so I'm gonna do another workout without tracking. Anyway, besides the point, I love that you are gonna be working on your hips, Alicia. I need more hip mobility, so I want to work on that too. I also want to work on stretching like the sides of my body, so we're gonna do a little bit of that today. So let's start in Savasana. And because all y'all are regulars, I'm really excited. I know I'm not going to give that many corrections, and kind of like what we did on Wednesday, I feel like just going hard. So there's going to be a little bit of cardio, a lot of ab work, but don't think about that just yet. Just go ahead and settle onto your mat and close your eyes. We're just going to do a brief warm up so that you can start to become grounded and connect to your breath. Speaking of, wherever you are with your breath, go ahead and exhale now. Hi, Dawn. Welcome to your Friday practice. I didn't tell you to exhale, so go ahead and let it out. And take another deep breath in, counting to 6. On your exhale, side out, let go of anything that you won't need for the next 45 minutes. And then start to draw circles with your toes, opening up the tops of your feet, loosening up your ankles. You're also opening up your hamstrings as you point and flex your toes. For now, your upper body will be relaxed. On your next inhale, bend your right knee and bring it up to your right shoulder. You're going to get a grip underneath your knee so that you can pull your knee up. Feel the pinch in your right side hip. And then right away, you're going to go into a spine twist. So bring your right knee all the way to the left side of your mat. Be gentle here since this is technically your second move. Your hips aren't open yet. Your spine needs a little bit more warming up. So don't go to your deepest expression just yet. Release, roll onto your back, and then do wind removing on the left side. So bend your left knee. Pull it up to your left shoulder. Draw circles with your toes. Go in the opposite direction. And then point and flex your left toes. From here, go into your spine twist. So bring your knee all the way to the right side of your mat. Feel the twist in your spine and your chest open up to the ceiling. Stay here for one more super slow round of breath. And then release, roll onto your back. Go into your happy baby, grab the outsides of your feet, and then guide your knees closer to the ground. Rock from side to side as slowly as you can so that you can put more pressure on your mat with your lower back. And happy baby is also a delicious hip opener. So start to send your breath, your energy to your inner thighs and your hips, since you know that's what we're going to be working on a lot today. Release by dropping your feet down to the ground to prepare for bridge. Your feet are going to be right underneath your knees. Toes are going to face the top of your mat. Bring your hands down both sides of your body. With your hips on the floor, inhale. And then as you exhale, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Allow your hips to come up so that the front side of your body can open. You're also going to put a little bit of pressure on your mat with your shoulders and your heels. Stay for one more round of breath. On your exhale, come down one vertebra at a time, making your hips the last thing to touch the ground. And then from here, we're going to do 1 minute of Pilates bicycles, but as slow as you can. So you're just going to bring your hands behind your head, lift your feet off of the ground, keep your feet flexed so your toes are back to your face. And you're just going to bring your opposite knee to your opposite elbow. Start now. Go as slowly as you can. Try to bring your bottom heel closer to the ground. So Alicia, bring your foot closer to the floor. Perfect. You've got it, Dario. Straighten out your leg even more so that you can warm up your lower abs. Looking so good, Dawn. You too, Carrie. Everyone feel and visualize your shoulder blades peeling higher off of the mat, and twist deeper so that your obliques can warm up more and more. We are now at the halfway point. Try to come up a little bit higher with your shoulders. Get your elbows to go past the opposite knee. And then flex your toes back even more. Awesome, control done. We're down to our last 15. Find deeper twists here as we almost finish. 8 more seconds to go. Last 3, 2, 1. Release, straighten out your legs. Bring your arms down both sides of your body. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then from here, you're gonna roll onto your stomach so that we can go into our first plank. So your shoulders are gonna stack right over your elbows. When I say go, you're gonna lift your hips up so they're in line with your shoulders, and your toes are gonna dig into the floor. So it's a forearm plank. We're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. Here we go. Set, go. Lift your hips up. Keep your hips in line with your shoulders, looking good. And then as you dig your elbows into the ground, try to drag them into your hips so that you can activate your core a little bit more. Keep your neck in line with your spine. Dario, bring your hips up just a little bit. Awesome. And then tuck your tailbone under. All right, engage your quads, squeeze your glutes. This is also a part of your warm-up. So as you engage your quads, you're strengthening your legs, and you're also feeling a little bit more heat in your lower body. We're more than halfway through. Suck your stomach up and in to activate your core and protect your lower back. And keep your eyes right in between your hands. Last few seconds. Release by straightening out your arms. You're now in your high plank. And then push up into your downward dog. Lift your hips. Bring your heels down. So if you're doing this right, you're facing the back edge of your mat. Don't worry, I'm going to turn you around in a second. For now, take a deep breath in with your hips lifted. On your exhale, drive your heels closer to the ground so that you can bring your chest closer to your thighs. One more round of breath. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hips up a little bit higher. Open up your chest. And then release. Walk your hands to your feet. You're in your forward fold. Grab opposite elbows. Sway from side to side. Roll the weight to your toes. Keep your hips in line with your heels. Drop your head down to open up the back of your neck. And then release by dropping your hands down to the ground. Bend your knees. Start to roll up one vertebra at a time. Come up to standing. And then from here, just turn around so that you're facing the top of your mat. That's my fancy way of getting you right in the proper position. As you inhale, take your arms up. Open up your chest. Go into a backward bend. So bring your hips forward. Drop your head back. Release by bringing your hands behind you. Drive your knuckles down. Open up your chest by squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then release. Hinge at your hips. Come down. Hinge at your hips. Keep the grip with your hands. Drive your knuckles up. And then bring your hands down to the floor. Come up into your halfway lift. Inhale. Roll the weight to your toes. Exhale. Hinge at your hips. Bring your hands down. Step back into your plank. Engage your quads. Squeeze your glutes. And then shift your shoulders forward. Bend your elbows back to chaturanga. Beautiful, Dario. Open up your chest. Squeeze your glutes. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Carry. Yes, good. And then roll over your toes. Lift your hips. Ground your heels. On your inhale, look forward. Bend your knees. Walk, step, or jump to the top. Come up into your halfway lift. Inhale. Nice done. Exhale. Hinge at your hips. Move slower, Dario. Reverse swan dive. Sweep up. Take a backward bend. Hips go forward. Arms go back. And then release by bringing your arms behind you. Drive your knuckles down. Open up your chest. Then hinge at your hips. Keep your core tight as you make your way down. Drive your knuckles up. Squeeze your palms together. Release by dropping your hands down. Come up into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands down. You can step or jump back into your chaturanga. Squeeze your triceps as your arms straighten. Beautiful, done. Open up your chest. Downward dog. Roll over your toes. Bring your hips up. This is your last sun sal A. Look forward, bend your knees. Walk, step, or jump. Take it to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Then reverse swan dive. Sweep up, touch the ceiling, go into your backward bend. Drop your head back. And then bring your hands behind you. Squeeze your palms together right away. Open up your chest, then hinge at your hips, come down. Bring your thumbs farther away from your spine, awesome, and then drop your hands down. Come up into your halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, place your hands down, step or jump back. Open up your chest. Squeeze your triceps, squeeze your glutes. Perfect, Alicia. Downward dog. Bring your hips up. Drive your heels down. Then as you look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump to the top. Bring your feet all the way together. Come up into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then on your inhale, sweep your arms up, sit low, chair pose. Sink your hips down, extend your arms up. Everyone, frame your ears with your biceps. So arms back a little bit more. Dawn, good. Squeeze your thighs together, everyone. This looks good, Dario, but bring your heels down. And then bring your knees back so that they are in line with your ankles. There, good. Bring your arms up a little bit higher. Frame your ears with your biceps. Sit lower. Feel the heat in between your thighs, your glutes. Release, straighten out your legs. Bend one knee at a time. Shake it off. Shake your head yes and no. And then on your inhale, come up into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep your arms up. And then step your left foot back. You're in your crescent lunge. Bounce it out just for a couple of bounces so that your left hip flexor opens. Square off your hips to the top of your mat. All right, all y'all need to bend your knee just a little bit more. Yep, tuck your tailbone under to work your abs. Dig your right heel into the ground. Drive your left heel back. Beautiful, Dario. Twist to the right. Reach your fingertips apart. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Bring your right knee into your midline. Open up your chest. Release by sweeping your right arm up. You're back in your crescent. And then just pivot so that you're all the way into your warrior two. Bend your knee and bounce it out here. Again, keeping your right thigh parallel to the mat. Open up your chest. Reverse your warrior. Bend your knee a little bit more, carry. Thank you. Bring your right knee farther away from your midline. Bless you if that was a sneeze. Look up towards the ceiling, the sky. Feel the stretch in your inner right thigh. Bend your knee a little bit more, Alicia. And then release. Bring your arms out to straight, warrior two. Straighten out your right leg. Triangle. Reach your right fingertips forward. Then drop your hand down, extend your left hand up. You're gonna hold this for one round of breath. So inhale. Exhale. Everyone bring your right hand up so that it's parallel to the floor. Do the same thing with your left arm, but you're gonna frame your left ear with your bicep. So you're holding that imaginary beach ball. There you go, Don. Use your core strength. You've got it, guys. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Bring that beach ball up and overhead. Turn your right toes in and then hinge at your hips. Take your arms out wide. As you go into this forward fold, drop your hands down to the ground under your shoulders. Press your hands into the floor. Bend your elbows back. Feel the stretch in your shoulders. Extend through the crown of your head. Roll the weight to your toes. Engage your quads. From here, come up into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then bring your toes out, your heels in to prepare for your goddess squat. So you're just gonna lift your chest so that your shoulders stack over your hips. Bring your hands into prayer just to start. And then take your arms up and overhead. Open up your chest. Sorry, I said up and overhead, but I meant clasp your hands behind your back. Good. Take your elbows out wide. Open up your chest. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist to the left. We're gonna do this 4 more times. So try to keep your hips low, maybe come down lower. As you squeeze your glutes, your knees are gonna splay farther apart. Try to dig your heels into the mat. Beautiful form, everyone. Keep your spine long, extend through the crown of your head. When I said 5, I meant 5 on each side. Sit down even lower. Activate your core by pulling your belly in. This is my last round. When you're done, meet me in the middle. Excellent work, you're doing great. Straighten out your legs. Reach your arms up, then pivot to face the top of your mat for pyramid. Hinge at your hips. Oops, bring your hands down. Keep your left foot at a 45-degree angle. So your left foot is at a 45-degree angle. Your right toes are facing forward. You want both of your hips squared to the top of your mat. That looks really good, Dario. Bring your right side hip up just a little bit and your left hip down. So maybe step your left foot forward an inch. Yes, good. So what you want is for both of your legs to be straight. That looks great, Carrie. You two down, Alicia, that's awesome. Alicia, drop your head down all the way to open up the back of your neck. Good. Walk your hands back. As you dig your right heel into the ground, activate your quads so that your kneecap lifts. That way you're opening up your right hamstrings just a little bit more. Release by walking your fingertips forward. They're going to be about 6 inches in front of your right toes. Sweep your left leg up for your warrior 3. Modified, everyone. Keep your fingertips on the ground. Focus more on straightening out your left leg and keeping your hips square to the floor. That looks great, Carrie. You too, Dawn. Actually, all of you look good. So make sure, though, that your neck stays in line with your spine. You're just looking at the ground. Focus on strengthening the muscles in both of your legs. Dig your right heel into the mat. And then release. Step your left foot back. Sweep your right leg up. 3-legged dog. And then release. Bring your right foot down before you flow. Shift your shoulders forward. Bend your elbows back to that 90-degree angle. And then open up your chest. Scoop your heart forward. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Downward dog. As you look forward, bend your knees. Walk, step, or jump to the top. Come up into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, and then reverse swan dive. Sweep up. Keep your fingertips up and overhead. Lengthen through your spine. Ground your heels. Keep your spine long, so come out of that backward bend, Dario. Good. And then step your right foot back. Your left leg is forward. You're now in your crescent lunge. Bounce it out. Work on your hip alignment, your hip mobility by bending your knee a little bit more. Everyone get your left thigh parallel to the mat. Beautiful, Dario. Straighten out your right leg. Drive your right heel back. Alicia, step your right foot back just about an inch so you're on your toes a little bit more and your right heel can be higher. Step your right foot back. The other right back. The other back. Good. Deep breath in. Then twist to the left. Relax your shoulders. Reach your fingertips apart. Bend your left knee. So again, 90-degree angle with your left leg. Look past your left fingertips. And then release. Sweep your left arm down. Bring it up. And then plop open to your warrior 2. Bend your left knee. Bounce it out. Whew. Create that 90-degree angle with your left leg. Stay low. Lower carry. Bend that knee. Good. Reverse your warrior. Sweep your left arm up and back. Open up the left side of your body. Gorgeous, Dario. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Roll the weight to the outside edge of your right foot. Come back into your warrior 2. Straighten out your left leg. To get ready for triangle, reach your left fingertips forward. Drop your left hand down. Reach your right hand up. 1 round of breath here. Bring your left hand up to parallel. Frame your right ear with your right bicep. Hold that beach ball. Try to dig both of your heels into the ground. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Release by bringing your arms up. Turn your left toes in. Exhale, hinge out your hips. Wide leg forward fold. This time, bring your right hand to your left ankle. Extend your left hand up. Bend your right elbow right away. Feel the stretch in your right shoulder, your left hip. Beautiful. Bend your right elbow a little bit more. Carry only because I know you can. Yep. Release. Switch sides. Grab your right ankle with your left hand. Start to bend your left elbow as you extend your right fingertips higher. Create a twist with your spine. Roll the weight to your toes. You've got 1 more round of breath. And then release. Bring both of your hands down. Bend both of your knees. Go into your goddess squat. So your heels go in, toes go out. Lift your chest. Bring your hands behind your head. All right, here we go. As you exhale, come up to standing. Squeeze your glutes. Feel your cheeks lift. Good. Inhale, come right back down. Take your knees farther apart. As you exhale, dig your heels into the ground. Come up to standing. Engage your quads. Lengthen your spine. Good. Inhale, come right back down. Exhale, come right back up. Squeeze a little bit tighter. Dig your heels into the mat. Open up your chest. Inhale, come down. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Squeeze the tightest. Bring your cheeks in. Allow them to lift. Good. Inhale, drop it. I picked the wrong side to do these squats. Now everybody's looking at my butt. Exhale, come right back up. Stand up a little bit taller. You're welcome, Dario. Open up your chest. And then release. Just turn to face the top of your mat to get ready for pyramid. Reach your arms up, then hinge at your hips. So your right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Your left toes are facing forward. So you're getting into your left hamstrings for sure. The right leg is also getting stretched out. You're also feeling your left side hip open up. Drop your head down all the way, every one of you. Good. Bring your chin into your chest. Put more weight on your left foot so that your right heel feels like it's going to lift off of the ground, but you still want to keep it connected to the ground so that your right hamstrings open up. Release. Step your right foot back and then sweep your left leg all the way up to be like a dog. Then bring it down. Flow. Shift your shoulders forward, bend your elbows back. To chaturanga, open up your chest. And then as you exhale, go into your child's pose. Excellent, everyone. Either take your knees apart or bring your thighs together. And as you go into your child's pose, just take a moment to recenter and regroup. Reconnect with your intention. Giving yourself that same focus that you've been giving yourself over the past 20-ish minutes. Feel your shoulder blades peel apart as you press your chest into your thighs. Take one more round of breath before we continue. Inhale. Mouth open, side out. Go into your tabletop position. Keep your shoulders over your wrists and then your hips over your knees and tuck your toes under, but you're only gonna lift your knees off of the ground 1 inch. So you're going into your tabletop plank. So your knees are hovering off of the ground. Make sure that you don't have any arching in your back. So if you do, just round your upper back a little bit more, suck your stomach in. All right, all of you've got it. Good. From here, as you inhale, you're gonna drop your hips to the left, point your knees to the right. Exhale, come right back up to center. Good. Inhale, drop your hips to the right, bring your knees to the left. Exhale, return to center. And we're just gonna go back and forth. So what you want here is for your knees to stay about 4 inches apart. With your knees apart like that, your hips are going to stay in the position that they need to really hit your core and your obliques at the same time. And then again, you're using your exhales to return to the center. Your hips don't have to touch the floor, but the lower they go to the ground, the more you're gonna have to work to bring them up. You've got 10 more seconds of this. So here, Alicia, we're strengthening our hips before we go into the opening. Last 3, 2, 1. Straighten out your legs for your high plank. And then exhale to go into your downward dog. Open up your chest. Take a deep breath in. As you sigh it out, drive your heels closer to the ground. Open up your chest. Then look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump to the top. Halfway lift as you inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees and then roll up to come to standing. And then once you're here, take your arms up. Extend your fingertips high, step your left foot back. Crescent lunge. Go into your deep expression right away. So as you go into these lunges, you're opening up the opposite leg of what's forward. So your left hip flexor is opening. Try to drive your left hip to the top of your mat a little bit more. There you go. And the more you bend your right knee, the more you'll feel that deep stretch. From here, bring your hands down and then pivot to face the left side of your mat for your side lunge. Excellent. Rest your hip on your right heel. Keep your hands in between your thighs and then try to find your balance. Excellent work. Flex your left toes back to open up your inner thigh, your left hamstrings. Extend through the crown of your head. Beautiful. Done. Gorgeous, Dario. Bring your toes back a little bit more. And then release, bring your hands down. Lift your hips. You're in your wide leg, forward fold. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your hips to your left heel, your side lunge, opening up the other leg. Good. Dig your right heel into the ground. Beautiful balance. Extend through the crown of your head. Bring your hands up to your heart once you find that balance. Oop. Excellent work. And then release. Bring your hands down. Bring your hips up. Bend both of your knees, pivot to face the top of your mat, your back in your crescent. Sweep your arms up. Bend your right knee a lot. Take a backward bend. Thumbs go back. Lift your chin, lift your chest. Bend your right knee even more. Drive your left heel back. And then release. Bring your hands down. Meet me in your warrior 3 modified. So just like you did the other time, your hips, your shoulders are square to the ground. You're gonna do heel lifts with your right leg. So as you exhale, roll the weight to your right toes, lift your right heel up. Inhale, drop your right heel. So it's just your right calf muscle doing the work. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep your core tight. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more. Exhale, lift even higher. Inhale, drop it. Exhale, lift. Inhale, drop it. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Lift your right leg, 3-legged dog. Point your toes down. Open up the right side of your body. Stay for 1 more round of breath. And then release. Bring your right foot down. No flow on that side. Look forward. Bend your knees. Walk, step, or jump to the top. Halfway lift. Inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Sweep up. From here, step your right foot back. Crescent lunge. Drop your hips down low. Bring your right heel back. Keep that left leg at a 90-degree angle. Go into your backward bend. Lift your chin, lift your chest. Take your thumbs back. Feel the stretch in your stomach, your right side hip flexor. And then release. Bring your hands down. Meet me in your warrior 3. Walk your fingertips forward. Lift your right heel. Straighten out your right leg. Point your toes. Do your 5 heel lifts. So exhale, lift your left heel. Inhale, drop it. Don't worry, we're gonna go into our side lunges after. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 3 more. Drive your heels up even more with every breath. Maybe even engaging your quads to create a little bit more heat. Beautiful, Dawn. Perfect pointed toes. When you're done with your 5, just hang out. And then from here, step your right foot to the back of your mat. Pivot to face the right side to go into your side lunge. Rest your hips on your left heel. So your right leg is straight. Sit up a little bit taller. Since this is the second time you've gotten into this shape, try to get into your deepest expression right away. Dig your right heel under the ground, bring your toes back. And then release by straightening out both of your legs, wide leg forward fold. Exhale, bring your hips to your right heel, straighten out your left leg. Extend through the crown of your head as you find your balance. Try to squeeze your inner thighs together, drive your left heel into the mat, toes go back on your left foot. And then release, come back up, wide leg forward fold. Bend both of your knees, pivot to face the top of your mat. And then sweep your left leg all the way up, 3-legged dog, bend your knee, point your toes down. Feel the stretch along your left rib cage, your left side hip flexor. And then release. Step your left foot down. On your next inhale, walk your hands to the back of your mat. From here, you're gonna cross your left ankle behind your right. Then walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Bend your right knee. Feel the stretch along your hips. Drop your head down. With every exhale, bend your right knee a little bit more. Roll the weight to the outside edge of your left foot. And then release, face the top of your mat. Uncross your legs and then bring your right foot behind your left. Bend your left knee, walk your fingertips over to the left side of your mat. Then once you get settled into this comfy shape, bend your left knee, all the way to the outside edge of your right foot. Got 1 more round of breath. Release. Bring your fingertips right in front of your feet, uncross your legs, drop down to your knees, and then walk your hands to the top of your mat. You're gonna lay down onto your stomachs for a couple of spine strengthening movements. So as you lay down onto your stomach, we're gonna go into low cobra. Fingertips are gonna be in line with your shoulders, squeeze your elbows in, and then zip up your legs. Keep your chin away from your chest. Squeeze your glutes, take a deep breath in. Exhale to sigh it out. And then on your inhale, lift your chest off of the ground. Squeeze your glutes together. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Good, Dawn, but bring your elbows in a little bit more. Yes. And then drive them down to your hips. Just like that, Alicia. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Continue with your breath. You've got to carry. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Dario, press the tops of your feet in the mat. Come up higher for 3, 2, 1. Release. Nice carry. Turn your head to the right. Rest your left ear on the floor. Extend your arms down both sides of your body. Bring your chin forward. Interlock all 10 fingers at your tailbone. Squeeze your palms together and then keep your feet hip-width distance apart. And then on this lift, your chest and your legs are going to come up, but this time you're going to paddle your feet like you're swimming. 30 seconds in the air. Let's do it. Set, go. Come up high, open up your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exactly, good. And as you point your toes, engage your quads as a way to lift one heel up at a time. Keep these movements small so that you can engage your muscles more. Open up your chest, squeeze your shoulders together. Good. Now as you sink your hips down, lift your thighs off of the ground even more. Use your breath. Last 8 seconds. Pick it up. Go even faster. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Turn your head to the left. Rest your right ear on the ground. Bring your arms down both sides of your body. Open up. As you melt your chest into the ground. Feel the muscles along your spine, relax, returning to your breath. And then the last thing you're gonna do is a floor bow. So bring your chin forward, bend your knees, grab the tops of your feet, squeeze your knees together as much as you can. They're gonna splay apart when you go into the shape, but when you start with your knees together, you've got the best alignment. All right, so bring your chin forward, you're looking at the top of your mat. Exhale all the air from your lungs first. And then on your inhale, point your toes, kick your legs up and back. So this is where you want to look like a teardrop. You're rolling the weight to the softest part of your belly. You're opening up your chest, slowly drop your head back, and then roll the weight to the softest part of your belly. That looks really good, Carrie. With every exhale, squeeze your glutes, feel your thighs lift. Drop your head back even more. Open up your heart, your chest, your lungs. Eyes up. Toes up, keep kicking. You've got 3, 2, 1, release, come down. Melt into the mat. And then just windshield wiper your legs from side to side. By doing this, you're releasing tension in your lower back. And then from here, you're gonna push up into your plank. So place your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes under, and then straighten out your arms, come right back up, good. Bring your hips up. Downward dog. Lift your right leg, point your toes, and then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. You can drop down to your left knee if you feel like you need an even deeper stretch. You can stay onto your left toes and hover your left knee off of the mat. That's going to intensify the stretch in your left side hip. So try that out if you've never done it. You're going to feel a little bit more pressure on your left wrist, so just be mindful of that. And then as you always do, you can always roll the weight to the outside edge of your right foot. This time, you'll also have the option of placing your right hand on your knee to splay your knee farther away from your midline. So whether your knee is on the ground or lifted, you are going for a deep twist in your spine. Try to look past your right shoulder and lengthen through the crown of your head so that you can create space in between each of your vertebrae. Release. Drop your left knee down to the ground if it's hovering, and then start to toe your right foot to the middle of your mat to go into your half split. So just by pointing and flexing your toes, and as your toes come back, keep them there. Hinge at your hips a little bit more. Allow your chest to drop to your right thigh. Release by bending your right knee. Tuck your left toes under and then sweep your right leg up. 3-legged dog, bend your right knee, point your toes down. If Wild Thing is in your practice, go into that shape. Open up your chest, drop your head back, lift your chin. Release, bring your right hand down, sweep your right leg up, and then bring it down. left side. Inhale, lift up your left leg. Point your toes, then step your foot to the outside of your hand. Whatever option you took on the other side, do it here. So if your left knee was lifting off of the ground, make sure your right knee lifts here. Good, Carrie. Drive your right heel back even more and engage your quads. And then again, you're rolling the weight to the outside edge of your left foot. Place your hand on your knee if you did it on the other side. Good. Extend through the crown of your head. Open up your chest to the left side of your mat. And you're looking past your left shoulder. Engage your right butt cheek. Bring your hips up a little bit more, Alicia. That looks really good. One more round of breath. Release by dropping your right knee down to the floor if it was lifted. Then toe heel your left foot to the middle of your mat, preparing for your half split. And if you're disappointed that we didn't do pigeon, don't worry. We're gonna do a reclined figure 4 when we go into the cool down. The next time your toes are back, keep them there, and then hinge at your hips just a little bit more, allow your chest to drop. Bring your left side hip back, your right side hip forward. Hinge at your hips more and more. Extend through the crown of your head. One more slow round of breath. Mouth open, exhale, sigh it out. Release by bending your left knee. Walk your fingertips forward, tuck your right toes. Sweep your left leg up and back, bend your knee, point your toes. And then go into wild thing if you did on the other side. So left foot goes to the right side of your mat, lift your chin. Drop your head back. Feel the stretch in your throat, your heart. Excellent, everyone. Come out of it. Go back into your three-legged dog. Then drop your left foot down. Drop down to your knees. Kick your legs to one side so that you're in a seated position. We are gonna go into just a couple of stretches before we lay down. Keep your feet hip-width distance apart. Sit up tall, and as you inhale, sweep your arms up. Sink your hips down, engage your core. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hips. Come down with a flat back. So try to avoid any rounding at all. Your core should be activated. You're reaching your fingertips for the top of your mat. And then once you get there, start to bend your elbows. But again, maintain that length in your spine. Don't round your back. Good. You've got it done. Carry you too. Dario, bring your chest a little bit more forward to eliminate that rounding that you've got going on there. So Dario, sit up a little bit taller and then bring your chest forward. So instead of having this rounding like this, open up your heart. Bend your elbows. There you go. Much better. You got it, Alicia. Bring your toes back, everyone. One more round of breath. And then release. Come right back up into your seat. Go into crisscross applesauce. Sink your hips down. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Your left hand goes behind you. Extend through the crown of your head. Peel your left shoulder back. As you look for your left shoulder, start to bend your right elbow. Just by bending your right elbow, you're going to feel your right shoulder open. Turn and twist your spine. Look back behind you, opening up your heart. Sink your hips down. Release. Turn to face the top of your mat. Switch sides. Bring your left hand onto your right knee. Turn and twist. Your right hand is going to go back behind you. Do the best you can to keep your core tight. Extend through the crown of your head. Stay here for one more slow round of breath. And then release. Lay all the way down. Extend your legs out to straight. And then bring your arms down both sides of your body. You've got a quick reset here before we go into the cool down. As you open up your chest. Bye, Dawn. As you open up your chest, feel the entire length of your spine connect to the ground. Oh, she's staying. Good. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And because our hips are already super open, we're going to go right into happy baby. Bend both of your knees. Grab the outsides of your feet and then guide your knees closer to the ground. So you've got to use your upper body strength. Pull using your biceps to guide your knees closer to the ground. Keep your ankles right over your knees. Flex your toes down. Once you find your deepest expression, then you can rock from side to side. And these rocks are going to massage your lower back. They're going to allow you to deepen the stretch in your inner thighs and your hips. From here, drop your feet down to the ground, stack your knees over your ankles. Place your hands down both sides of your body with your hips on the ground. Inhale. On your exhale, lift your glutes, squeeze your cheeks together so that you can lift your hips just a little bit higher. Maintain that length in your spine. Press the back of your neck into the ground. Put more pressure on your mat with your shoulders. Release. Come down one vertebra at a time. And then once your hips drop, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. As promised, your reclined figure 4. All you're going to do, starting first by bringing your right knee away from your chest, bring your right heel in toward your chest. So this is the most basic reclined figure 4. And then, yep, you know what to do, Dawn. If you want more, lift your left foot off of the ground. Continue to bring your right knee farther away from your chest. If you want even more than that, try this out, Dawn. Straighten out your left leg and then flex your toes down to your face. And then the ultimate is grabbing your big toe with your middle and index fingers while guiding your right knee away from your chest. So the closer you can bring your toes to your face, the farther away you can bring your knee from your chest. That is a delicious opener for your outer hip and your inner right thigh. Release. Bend your left knee, rest your left foot onto the ground, and then go into a twist with your right ankle hooked. So your right ankle is going to stay hooked to your left thigh. Good. And you're bringing your right foot to the left side of your mat. Turn and twist your spine. Look towards your right shoulder. Open up the left side of your neck. And with your right foot planted into the ground, try to bring your right knee away from your midline. Release, untwist. Unhook your ankle, bring your right foot down to the ground, switch sides. Recline figure 4. And then whatever option you took on the other side, try it out here. You can start slow by hanging out in the first variation. We've got a couple more rounds of breath. So if you went into the deepest expression, grabbing your big toe, do it here. And then now we're under our last couple of rounds of breath. Release. And your right knee, rest your right foot onto the mat. Go into your twist. So allow the left foot to turn and twist. Planting into the right side of your mat, turn your head to the left. Open up your chest. And then the final way you end here is bringing your knee away from your midline. So plant your left foot into the ground. Feel the stretch in your inner thigh. Open up your heart as your shoulder blades connect to the ground. And release by letting go of that twist. Uncross your ankle. And then just windshield wipe your knees from side to side. From here, straighten out your legs. Bring your arms on both sides of your body. How are we already in our final Savasana? This class went by way too fast. Bring your arms down both sides of your body. So we did a lot today to move. We did a lot to connect with ourselves on a meaningful and a deeper level. The yoga practice, the physical movements are a lot in themselves, but combined with the breath work, combined with whatever stress you are experiencing, there's so much to remember. There's so much that you're putting your body through. So I hope that you're leaving feeling accomplished and feeling a million times more relaxed than you were when you first started today. Wherever you are with your breath, sigh it out. And on your inhale, count to 6. Fill up your lungs. Open up your mouth, let it go. One more round of breath. Make it your slowest inhale. Open up your mouth. Exhale, slowest release ever. And then from here, draw circles with your toes, roll out your wrists. And then take your arms up and overhead. Reach your fingertips, your toes apart. Lift your chin. Take a deep breath in. And you exhale on your side body. Use your right bicep as a pillow. Stay here for one more round of breath. Mouth open, let it go. And then come right up into your seated position. Face the top of your mat. Rest your hands on your knees. Relax the top of your shoulders. And then on your next inhale, just bring your hands right to your heart. Feel and acknowledge your heartbeat. Know that your heart is beating for you because of the way you worked this afternoon. I'm so grateful for this time together, and I'm so glad that you all made time for yourself today and that you chose me to guide you. From the bottom of my grateful, grateful heart to all of yours, a light in me honors a light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Happy Friday. All right. So whatever you have planned this weekend, I hope it's fun. You all already know, I think most of you are already registered for my event, but birthday party / just yoga experiences next Sunday. It's going to be fun. I have a lot of surprises. Get excited. And obviously you're going to get a good yoga class, but I'm most excited about. I hope you're excited too. That's all. All right, friends.
Have a
Go
good
crush your weekend.
Friday.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye, friends.